Yo. Welcome into the ChrisBeCappinn Show, man. Today is the 21st of October. We officially have NBA basketball back, man. NBA basketball is back. Appreciate everybody for tapping in and tuning into the NBA preview shows. If you have not already, or if you're interested in checking those out before the season officially starts, go through some of those videos. We will be back trying to go through and figure out if it makes more sense for me to do these videos the night before, or if it makes more sense for me to do the videos the morning of, like we did last year. So we'll either have a late night show, or I guess an afternoon show, or we'll have a early morning show. So we'll go through the first two games for today. Shouldn't take us too long, maybe 10 minutes, and then we'll get up out of here, man. Bunch of games for tomorrow, and we'll come back and talk about those games. Probably tonight is what I'm thinking, but we shall see, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in as always. Gina, I knew she would be in here. She says, good morning, Chris and chat. Yes, sir. NBA is back. Let's put some money in our pockets. Let's have a successful season. Appreciate you as always, Gina, for tapping in. What up, Helping Hands? Says we back in action. Money Beach. It's been a minute since I've been live, man. What's up, Carlos? Appreciate you for tapping in. He says Rockets and Lake Show tonight. Tag says, man, I stayed quiet in the cut all year waiting for ChrisBeCappinn. We here from Montreal, Canada. Appreciate you, Tag. And shout out to your Blue Jays. Blue Jays look good too, man. What up, Vario? This is Chris. We back after the hiatus. Ready to see you on Cal's show, but we'll definitely be tuning in every morning. Appreciate the work. Appreciate that for sure. Yeah, me and Cal, I'm trying to work out some stuff with Cal now. What up, Watson? Appreciate you for tapping in. Hefe, good morning. High TV Grit says back like we never left. Glad to be back with the fam. Appreciate that for sure, man. Appreciate all the love as always, man. Let's and I'm gonna get back in the Discord too. I haven't been in the Discord probably for a while, but I'm gonna jump back in the Discord as well, just so we can kind of share stuff and all have the latest updates and kind of go back and forth with what we're thinking. Just have a little community in there. So I will be getting back in the Discord. All right, let's jump into it, man. Get these two games out the way. So first up, we'll start with Jackson, as we always do. Your sports betting AI tool. Let's see real quick. So Jackson gave out a couple of future bets that I really, really like. I think some of those future bets could hit, but those were in the previous shows. So for this morning, I wanted to ask Jackson, what are the best player props for NBA opening night in the Thunder versus Rocket game? Because I really want to just stick to that game, the Rockets game. So Jackson tells me that open night is finally here. The Rockets and Thunder matchup is going to be electric, and there's definitely going to be some intriguing player props to look at. I see some buzz in the market around SGA's scoring and Chet's rebounding, but I want to give you the most analytical edge possible. I'm diving into the data, historical performance projections, any last-minute updated news to find the absolute best value for player props. Have a full breakdown shortly. All right, so then it comes back. Jackson likes Amin Thompson over his 6.5 rebounds. It says he's poised to have a massive role increase this season, especially with Fred VanVleet out due to injury. Thompson is expected to step into the lead facilitator role, and his rebounding numbers are already elite for a guard / wing. So this is something that I couldn't talk anybody off. 6.5 is the number for Amin Thompson. He is, like Jackson says, supposed to step into that lead facilitator role. I think, in my opinion, Sengun is also going to be one of the lead facilitators on this team, but Coach Ime Udoka talk about doing it by committee. So we'll see how that goes, but that's one that Jackson likes. Give you guys one more. Jackson also likes Isaiah Hartenstein under his 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists. It says this pick is a strong fade based on Isaiah Hartenstein's recent performance despite a higher season average. So this talks about some of his numbers from last season. And then we got Cason Wallace on here as well, under 10.5 points and assists. I don't know how much I like this. It says Cason Wallace is a key rotational player for the Thunder, but his combination, his combined scoring and playmaking output has been output has been inconsistent recently, making the under a strong play against the Thunder, against a tough Houston defense. So those are three looks. Of course, Jackson doesn't have all the analytics. You can't really go off the preseason, but three looks that I kind of shared with you guys. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Cason Wallace under his 10.5 points and assists. Isaiah Hartenstein under his 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And then Amin Thompson over his 6.5 boards. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's jump into it, man. Give you guys my notes, my few notes that I got on these games. All right, so first up, the Rockets will be in Houston. Let me just double check. to make sure that these lines haven't changed. I think they should be accurate. This number was bigger though. I saw 8. I feel like I saw 8.5 as well. Now it's come down to 7. So money has come in on Houston in this spot. It's some 6.5s out there. It's a 7.5 out there as well. And the total is going up. Open 226.5, and it's up to about 227.5. Although there are some 225.5s out there as well. So numbers just kind of all over the board. All right, so a couple things to note. First, we got to talk about the injury report. So Jayshawn Tate is out for Houston. They won't have Dorian Finney-Smith to start. And, of course, Fred VanVleet is going to miss the entire season. On the opposite side for OKC, there's no Isaiah Joe. He got hurt in that preseason game. I think they were playing against the Pacers. And then Jalen Williams, the one who starts, he's also out. He's going to miss the beginning of the season. And it's really hard for me to try to figure out, like, how much of an impact not having him is going to be for this team. Jalen Williams kind of turned into an all-star and kind of flourished in the playoffs last season. He had a couple coming out type games. And I do think that they're going to miss him, man. That's one of the reasons why I really don't want to lay the points in this game. OKC, I also don't want to fade OKC. Here's the thing with OKC. We know how good they were last year. They're projected to have the most wins this season, projected to win the win the West, projected to win the full championship. And at home last season, they were a league best 47-9 straight up at the crib. 38-15-2 against the number. They covered 72% of their games last season when they played at home. Something I don't really want to go against to start the season, especially on ring night. In their 43 home games last season, they won by an average of 14.5 points. They have the ability to just blow you out by suffocating you on defense and getting out and running in transition. And I think one of the things with Houston is they're going to try to play this big lineup. And I think that'll be successful against most teams. I'm not sure how successful that's going to be against Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein down low. So that scares me a little bit with Houston. You know, their strategy, I think, will be a successful one against most teams. But OKC is, I mean, this team got 2 players that's over 27. They're trying to get out and run. And we're going to see how conditioned Houston is tonight and if they can, are able to keep up. I also think without Fred VanVleet being there, you're missing a true point guard. I think Houston could struggle to facilitate the ball, especially since it's really early. They'll figure it out over time, but it wouldn't surprise me if they turned the ball over and the OKC was able to get out to the races and score the basketball. So it's difficult. I really want to take Houston, but I kind of need to see Houston play a couple games, especially against some elite competition. And there's no more elite competition in the Oklahoma City Thunder. So that's where I kind of stand. I guess if I had to play it, as far as the total goes, I didn't really think too deeply into the total because I think I'm going to just kind of stay off totals at the beginning of the season unless I see something that really jumps out to me. But as far as the total goes, it is on the rise up. Man, I guess if I had to play, I would go over. I don't know if we're going to see the ferocious OKC defense in the beginning of the season. Houston is going to be good defensively. Their offenses look good in the preseason, but I mean, you got to take the preseason with a grain of salt. So that's kind of scary. So I don't really have two. I guess if I had to make one play on the game, it would probably be an over. I think the game could get up and over 220. I see a 227 out there. I guess that's what I would play. I guess if I had to make one solid play, that's what I would play. And as far as player props go, Alfred Sengun, I like his assist prop today. 5.5 is the number. It is a little juice, but Sengun, in my opinion, is going to be the best playmaker for this team. I think he'll take the ball down low. I think they'll run the offense through him. If you paid attention to the preseason, he actually led the preseason. He was leading the preseason at one point in time in assists per game. He averaged 9 in the preseason. He only played 2 games. It's a super small sample size, but I think Ime Udoka will try to run this offense through him. They'll play a little bit more inside out with him. Now, granted, he got his hands full today with Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren, but I think Sengun can get 6 assists in this game, and I think he'll be on the floor enough to do that. So if I'm liking any kind of player prop, I think it's going to be Alfred Sengun over his 5.5 assists. Let's see what you guys are thinking, and we'll get into my Lakers and Warriors game. Let's see. How much did I miss? Let's see. What up, Jay? Appreciate you for tapping in. Merrill, what's going on, bro? Hope all is well with you. What up, Danny? Says, what's up, Chris? I'm back. Let's get it. What up, Malik? Yeah, I got a Discord, Jay. I got a Discord. I just don't be in there. Malik says, and we back. Good to see you, my man. Yeah, right back at you, Malik. We got to talk about the Bulls, man. The Bulls. Steven says, is Caruso playing tonight for the Thunder? I didn't see anything that says he's out, Steven. Like I said, the only injuries that I saw were Isaiah Joe and Jalen Williams. That's what I saw in the injury report that I checked. What up, Queese? Appreciate you for tapping in. Merrill says he likes Sengun assists as well. What up, PZ? Anthony says, good morning, Chris. Another NBA season. Let's get paid. That's what we're here for, man. Drew says, did you end up going official with any totals futures, Chris? I did not, Drew, but here's the thing. I am going to make a couple before the season starts today. I'm going to play I'm going on a limb here. I'm going to play Charlotte over their season win total. I like that. I feel like you got to find value. You got to take, you got to find some numbers that are a tad bit too low. I like Charlotte. I like Charlotte. I actually like Charlotte in their first game against Brooklyn tomorrow as well. I think you can still get like a 4.5 or a 5 with Brooklyn. I'm sorry, with Charlotte. But I really, really like that. There was a couple other that I wrote down and talked about in my notes section. Like, I'm gonna put a little bit probably on Wemby to win Defensive Player of the Year. I think the odds suck. It's like -165. But I talked about all these in the previous show. It's a couple that I really, really like though. So I will be making a couple of those, Drew, and I'll share them when I do. I'll make them before the season officially starts too. What up, Bryant? Takari, what's up, bro? Hope all is well with you. Quee says he likes SGA to get 30. Sengun 6 assists as well, and Jabari over his 5.5 rebounds. What up, Justin? Dom says he'll take me and Dom talked about this yesterday. He likes OKC first quarter. He says the last 10 years the champs have won the first quarter by average of 4.7 points. Take out the -20 the Lakers put up in 2020, and the average increases to 7.4. I also think Houston is a little slow out the gate as well, and I can see that. The only thing that scares me is how well do they play without Jalen Williams? That's going to be the crazy thing in my opinion. 77 figures says OKC smash spot -7 easy cover. Let's go. Okay, so thinking that they can smash him. Justin says he'll take Reed Shepherd stepping into that point guard role, 10 points at +104. Jay says I like Amin Thompson under his 15.5 points plus. Looks like his time will be limited. I don't know about his time being limited. We shall see. I see Vario talking about Rui Hachimura points. So let's move over to that next game. So we have the Golden State Warriors. They will be in LA, taking on my Lakers. They're laying 2.5. They're laying 3 on a couple books as well. And this total is 225.5. And that number has increasingly come. I think it came down. Now it's going back up because when Braun was in, the number was higher, and now it's as low as, I see a 223.5 on Fanatics, 226.5 on DraftKings, 225.5 on FanDuel, 226 on Circa. So it's really just kind of all over the place. So we talk about the injury report in this game. Of course, the big one is LeBron. He will miss, I think it's like the first 10, 11, 12 games with that sciatica nerve. And then Moses Moody and DeAnthony Melton are out for the Golden State Warriors as well. Brandon Brzezinski also took like a knee to the thigh, I think it was, against the Clippers in their last preseason game a couple days ago. But he's not on the injury report. He did come back in that game, but that was just something I wanted to note as well. Because I'll just get right to it, man. I think the Warriors win this game. I think this number, the thing you got to mention is that it's important to mention this. The Lakers were actually laying 2 points. So if you get into the Lakers now, if you get into the Warriors now, you're getting the worst of the number. They were laying 2 before LeBron got rolled out just like last week. So you're getting a little bit worse of a number, and the money is still continuing to come in. Eventually it's going to stop, and it'll be some buyback on Golden State. On the Lakers in this spot. But it's a couple things that stand out to me, and you don't really have a bunch of numbers to go off of unless you're going off last year's numbers. And the way I feel relevant numbers have to mean, if I'm looking at the Golden State Warriors from last season, I have to know that Golden State's returning a lot of those same players in order for those numbers to be relevant. And I think that they are, right? The Lakers, kind of same thing, except for Ayton. Here's a couple reasons why I like Golden State. They went 15-7, straight up 13-9 against the spread last season after the All-Star break in road games specifically. But if you take out the postseason, they were 12-3 straight up, 10-5 against the number when they were playing regular season road games after the All-Star break. Now, granted, they needed to kind of get things in order in order to make the playoffs. So they had a lot going for them in that game. But they won the last 5 in a row during the regular season. I like this veteran Warriors team, man. I think Al Horford and Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry and Draymond Green, I think they understand and they got to seize the moment. Now, with that being said, I'm a diehard Lakers fan. You guys know that. And the Lakers played well last season without LeBron on the floor. I went through and looked at the numbers. They were plus 18.7 in net rating. This was when Luka was on the floor, but no LeBron on the floor. Plus 18.7 in net rating. And this was over 834 possessions last season. They had an offensive rating of 124 and a defensive rating of 105.5. I'm not quite sure how they were able to get all that done. It looked like they weren't going to be able to get it. It looked like it never should have happened when they ended up losing in the first round to the Minnesota Timberwolves. But the Lakers played well without LeBron last season. I do think Luka, is positioned to kind of like the keys of being passed to the car or to the city, from LeBron to Luka, in my opinion, in this situation. So we'll see how the game actually plays out. I do think Golden State is going to be in much better rhythm without the Lakers, given their just continuity. You got Jimmy there for another offseason. Lakers will, I feel like, I think they'll be trying to figure things out with DeAndre Ayton. I'm also not quite sold on DeAndre Ayton based on his preseason play. Like, he didn't look great to me, in my opinion. And the other thing, I talked about this in the preview for the Pacific Division. Golden State's a team that really, really struggled to turn they turned the ball over a lot in the preseason. I think they were like the second worst team. They had the second or third highest turnover rate of all of the NBA teams, not the teams that come over and play against the NBA teams that aren't in the NBA. But I think that the Lakers on a defense that forces a bunch of turnovers, in my opinion. So I do think Golden State wins this game. I'm not sure how emphatically they win, but without LeBron, I think it's going to be difficult for the Lakers to keep up. I love Rui Hachimura. I love Austin Reeves. I love Gabe Vincent, even though he's a little bit older now. Extremely inconsistent as well. I just think that, Brzezinski and Al Horford and Draymond and Quentin Post, I think that Santos off the bench, if he plays, Moody, when he comes back, is going to be really, really big, in my opinion, as well. But I think the Warriors win the game, man. I like the Warriors on the money line here. Like I said, I'm going to stay away from totals just because beginning of the season, I feel like totals is kind of all over the place. So good luck if you guys are playing any, but I won't be playing any totals. Last but not least, player props in this game. One of them really stood out to me. I want to take Aiden rebounds. Aiden rebounds 10.5 last night when I was looking at it. BetMGM had it at plus 100. I wish I could have got a 9.5. I feel like Aiden will get a double-double in this game. So maybe you can find a double-double. I didn't even look. Let me see real quick if you can find an Aiden double-double and see what that is real quick. I do feel like, remember last year, rebounds against the Warriors, especially for centers, were a thing. So I kind of feel like Aiden, one of his best attributes is his ability to be able to rebound. So you can get his double-double at minus 115 on DraftKings right now. That got the best odds. FanDuel also got a minus 115, but Caesars got a minus 120, and Fanatics got it at minus 130. So I like Aiden to get a double-double. I do think that he flirts with a double-double tonight and could potentially, whenever I see 10.5 on the rebounds, I'm always more inclined to look at the double-double. And I feel like he'll play enough minutes against Al Horford. Al Horford also going to try to, pull him outside the paint the same way that they did in Boston. He comes into another great system. Al Horford's look really, really good. His three-point prop is something that would intrigue me because I do feel like Aiden is going to be, having to extend a little bit to come out to guard Al Horford. And Al Horford going to be able to launch those threes the same way he was in Joe Mazzulla's system. He's going to be able to do the same thing in Steve Kerr's system, in my opinion. So those are my quick thoughts as far as player prop goes. Let's see what you guys are thinking, and then we'll get ready to get up out of here. Let's see. So Varia likes Rui points. 77 figures says, so happy NBA's back. NFL like WWE now. Blunt says, I like the Warriors minus the points, but I low-key like the under better for real. The Warriors look like a team that want to slow things down and play defense this year. I agree with that. I mean, this is an old team, man. Them and the Clippers, I think, probably the oldest teams in the NBA. So I do think that they'll slow things down. I can see under. Yeah, I'm not going to bet any totals, like I said at the beginning of the season, but I will be trying to, see if I can find something that well, we need some regression to the mean, and I'll probably be taking some unders full game. I'm sorry, live. I'm sorry. Maybe like at halftime. We shall see. Crease likes Aiden double as well. Like Steph to hit 5 threes. I don't call him Steph anymore. I call him Wardo. Warriors money line for Will. I like that as well, man. I don't like the easy part, but I like that. DJ Prime says, yo, I'm on the Rockets plus 8.5. Warriors money line minus 130. Also like Kuminga assist ladder up to 8. Okay. So me and DJ agree a little bit. I don't know about the Rockets though. I think I'm gonna stay off of that one. Aiden double. Justin likes it as well, minus 121. B says he loves the under. I expect some half court, some more half court and slower pace here. That makes sense. Will says got the Warriors first half also minus 132, minus 115 still out there for Aiden double. Yeah, so we actually like some of the same stuff. Justin says, Chris, I'm actually high on Aiden this year, at least early in the season. I mean, he got a lot to prove, Justin. So I mean, I just feel like he should have been a little bit more down. Maybe he was saving it for the regular season. I don't like that we haven't seen him play with the starters. Like I would like to have seen him play with LeBron and Luka. Now, granted, LeBron and Luka are really high IQ players, and it shouldn't take much for them to, figure each other out and learn how to rim run and rebound and set good screens. Like, shouldn't take that much, but we shall see, man. Malik says, how you feel about Aiden? Still soft to me, but time will tell. Not sold on him being the big man Luka needs. I think anytime you can just throw the ball to the rim, Chris Paul made DeAndre Aiden a ton of money from just throwing the ball to the rim. And Luka definitely got that same ability. Justin says Horford on the minutes restriction. I didn't see that, but I will check it out. What up, Brian? Says, good morning, Chris. Great to see you on a live show, brother. Let's go Lakers. The first game, you're probably right. Golden State. Yeah, I don't even want to be right, man. It's kind of like Commanders in Dallas the other day. Man, this 1.5 that the Commanders are laying on the road don't look good. And the Dallas Cowboys smoked my Commanders on Sunday, man. Something just didn't look right. Looked a little fishy. No wide receivers for Commanders. CeeDee Lamb coming back for Dallas. It was terrible, man. It was terrible. Will says line already moved minus 126 to minus 140. Have $1,000 on the Warriors, up a few bucks already. Might take that cash out. And he says, who made Aiden look like a superstar? CP3. Luka's gonna feed this kid this season. You know that, Chris. You're right, Andrea. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Now it says first of the NBA is like the first day of school. Had my outfit laid out. What up, Mike? Appreciate you for tapping in. It's glad to be back. I got the Warriors Pistons money line plus 178. Okay. We shall talk. We got a lot of games to talk about tomorrow. I'm not breaking down every single game because the show will be too long. And I just don't have enough time for that. But we will, I'll pick like probably 4 games on big days where we have like 8 or 9 games. I'll pick like 4 ones that really intrigue me, or at least the ones that I feel like I have an edge and that I bet. And we'll talk about those specifically. So I appreciate you guys as always for jumping in, for tapping in. I like Sengun assists. I like the Golden State Warriors on the money line tonight. Really don't know what to do with that first game between Houston and OKC. But yeah, whatever you guys are betting, man, I wish you the best. The link is in the description if you guys are interested in checking out the plays that I make when I do make them, and all the resources. I told you guys what Jackson liked, but as the season goes on, check out Moneyballer and Outlier Odds Jam for all the best odds on whatever prop that is that you like. Use these resources if you guys have not already. And there's also a link in the description to check out new sportsbook. There's one like a promo for Novig. Check that out if you guys don't have Novig, because you definitely could run it up using Novig. So check out Novig if you guys have not. And yeah, hit the like button for me on the way out, man. I will catch you guys tomorrow morning, probably the same time. I'm actually contemplating whether I'm gonna come back tonight and do a show to talk about some games tonight, but we shall see, man. Hit the like button for me on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and turn the notification bell on so you guys know when I go live, man. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Enjoy your Tuesday. Happy NBA is back day, man.